Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to our crochet podcast, episode 51. Welcome back to all my returning subscribers and friends. So nice to spend this time with you. If you're new and just stopping by for the first time, my name is Krista, and this channel is all about crochet and crochet-related goodness. So if any of that is of interest to you, consider hitting the subscribe button below and the notification bell beside that. Love to have you join our community. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. You can tag me on Instagram at Secret Yarnery or join the Facebook group to post your pictures. Love to see what you're working on. It is 80.2 degrees this afternoon, or 28.5 degrees Celsius. So it's a lovely day, really nice. And finished objects. Oh, I'm sitting on it. This is the third time I'm recording this. Don't start me. Anyway, third time's a charm. The cakes and candle, or cake and candle one ball shawl. So this is a super easy pattern for beginners. Tutorial is already up in right and left-handed. It is 40 inches wide and 19 inches tall. Really love it. It's one ball of Magic DK from Ice Yarns. 100 grams is 340 meters. And it worked up. It was really fun to work up because there's always a trick to remembering what you're supposed to be doing in the pattern. So I really did enjoy working on it. So that is a finished object. Yes, I did my ends. Holler. And then I moved on to these tin can cozies. So it's just a cozy to go around the tin, and I wanted to leave the bottom out so they still sat very nice and flat. So I made a popcorn stitch one in my sparkle yarn, and then I did a drop stitch. And then I moved on to acrylic, just regular craft acrylic with a green sparkle at the top. Just for crochet hooks or pens or pencil crayons, whatever you want it, and just to be a little more organized. And I'm using the Heinz baked beans because they have that nice white lining inside. So they kind of look a little nicer, and they're not sharp on the edge. So I've made those. Those are finished object. I am going to do a tutorial on them. Not sure when, but yes, I totally am. That's why I was making them, to figure it out, because I want to be able to tell you how many to chain. I think it's 34. Let's see. Anyway, I'm working on that. Those are my finished objects. Whips is a cake and candle, or cakes and candle baby blanket. So figured out that pattern. I have it about this big, so now I can film the little center part and then grow it as big as I want. I think 2 balls will be a really nice baby blanket. It'll be 40 inches wide, right? So like that'll be so cute. And then you just get to stop on this round, and it already has a border. How cute is that? So that's a truck going down my road. So really enjoyed working on that and enjoying working on the blanket. Same type of yarn, but different colorway. So it's very spring and very light and lacy and so fun. So I'm looking forward to doing that. From the Friday live chat, we announced the 12 Days of Christmas winners. It was super fun. We did a little competition game to know the most thumbnails. And guess who won? Haley Maley. But these are all the winners. Everything is addressed and ready to go. Next time I can get myself to the post office. Those are all getting dropped in the mail, as well as Haley's bracelet for winning. And tied for second place was Seta from Seta's Place. And also tied with Seta was D. That's who it was, D. So D and Seta both got first for one thumbnail, and got 2 other ones, but they weren't first. So you'll both be getting a Kazuri bead bracelet. Seta, I'm going to send you something different because I know you're purple, so I want to send you something purple. So give me some time, and I'm sending something great to you. What else? I did make notes. Okay, fourth time taping this part of the podcast. It's just not going on the disc. I've cleaned everything off. I'm trying again. I don't know what to do. I might just do a live. Come on and talk to you guys because it's not working. It's probably like my energy level. I'm all like off my brains. Anyway, pencil crayon ottoman, super popular, have not, it's just there. I should move it actually, right? So you can see it a bit. There we go. Better? Yeah, a little bit. So pencil crayon ottoman, very popular. My kids literally come in the room and then stop, drop, and roll over the top of it playing Spider-Man or crawl on top and perch. It just like always seems to have a child on it. It is a very popular object. I've had that ottoman for like 15 years. No one ever looks at it. It was a really nice blue fabric underneath. It still is a really nice blue fabric underneath. But now it's literally used all the time. Like to the point where I'm always saying, number one, stop spinning my Stanwood yarn ball winder and get off of the pencil crayon ottoman. It's like they're from the garden, it's all dirty. I'm like, oh. Anyway, that is a very popular item in my house. I am also having a de-stashing sale on Saturday, so I'm busy getting ready for that. I'm selling those 2 shelves of yarn. Well, 2 shelves of yarn and 1 shelf of yarn here. There's some over on this side, but I'm pretty cool keeping that. That sparkle and silk, I don't mind keeping it. So that's exciting, from like 25 cents up to $7 a ball. So I'm looking forward to getting rid of that and having new yarn. I have ordered, not ordered, but I have my shopping cart from Ice Yarns, literally chocker block full of goodness, so many things inside, including 50% cotton, 50% acrylic in solid colors, so I can like make baby blankets or granny squares or anything. So instead of just using regular acrylic, I can use cotton acrylic blend in all the great juicy colors. So I'm super excited about that. It'll probably be coming by mid-February. It takes a while to get here. And I can't wait for it. I'm going to do a super huge unboxing. It's going to be like, I'm going to say the best thing ever. It's totally going to be the best thing ever. So cannot wait for that, which makes me really happy about thinking of getting rid of my yarn that I have had for the last year or year and a half, because I just want to have all the balls I have. I want to be like, I want them all to be talking to me. Like I want to be inspired by everything. Like what I have, I want to love. So I'm really looking forward to that. Like so excited. So the sale's on Saturday. Woo! Can't wait for it. So excited. And Amazon shipment has not come yet. I'm going to call them when I'm done trying to film this. Maybe I should just make really short ones. Maybe I should. So I'm going to call them and see where it is at. It should come tomorrow. Usually they get delivered on Thursday. Today's Wednesday, so hopefully it does. And yes, I'll be doing an unboxing with you because it's not Christmas anymore. So there's not even any hoopla that I have to hide from my kids. Everything is so late. I also have an order from Amazon coming. It'll be shipping from New York next week, so I'm very excited about that too. I have a fireplace coming and all this goodness, including a bigger light for here. And thank you so much to everyone who is clicking on a link in the description box below. There's a link in all of my, at the bottom of all my videos, just an Amazon link. Just click on that before you check out. You don't have to buy what my link says to buy, but it just kind of affiliates your shopping with The Secret Yarnery, and I get a small commission of that, which I am saving up to buy a lens for the camera so that you can see all the stuff behind me. See how it's all dark? Well, apparently that's my lens. I had a photography guy come to the house and he gave me some tips and set up my camera, and this is as good as my lens can be without getting a good lens. So I'm saving up for a good lens, and then all this back there, you can like I spy. I'm looking forward to it, but it's not the cheapest thing in the world. So I'm going to be saving up. So any shopping you do, thank you so much. It's all going to help. And then yes, you're going to get to see all my yarn back there. Oh, there's a big container going by. Ooh, wish that was my Amazon, but it's not. So next topic, I think I'm going to try just doing 5-minute clips and then putting them together. Maybe that'll record. Maybe the new settings are too big. I don't know. I'm so confused. Anyway, I want to do a square of the month club or like a square of the month cal, and I want to do the Northern Diamond Square. It pretty much, I don't know if you remember the old wedding quilts, but they were like, it's quilted, but it's like rings that kind of interlock. All really, really pretty. It's an old pattern, but it's really beautiful, and I kind of want to do something like that out of crochet, and these squares reminded me of it. The designer is super great and has agreed that I can do a tutorial for her, like a video tutorial, linking her pattern, so we can do it as a cal. And then I was thinking if we did a square a month, we would have 12 squares at the end of the month. We could make a little lapgan together, right? So anyway, I'm thinking about doing that. I really would like the cotton acrylic that I'm ordering from Ice Yarns to do it in, because the colors will be so perfect for it. But then that's not going to be until February, and then we're not doing a square in January. Or we could just do a bigger square, like maybe your favorite yarn every month, and you do a 12-inch square of your favorite yarn, and then we can connect those at the end of the year. You'd tell me what you would like to do in the comments box below, because I would really like to do one small thing every month with you that we can do together. Let me know what you think about that idea. But I'm super excited about it, and I want my yarn to go along with it. So that's that one. And also have the Drunken Granny baby blanket pattern up on my website. I got that put up, which is great. People seem to like it. Well, yeah, it's great, but people have been buying it, and there's something wrong with I thought it was my payment gateway, where the website does not keep track of the payment. Like after you make your payment, they just say you've started doing it, and the website never really tracks that it has been paid. So I get an SMS and I get an email saying I have received money, but the website says that it timed out and the person wasn't interested. Talked to the payment gateway people, that company, and they were very helpful. They're like, do all these things, and it got to the point of like creating a PHP file. Crickets? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. So went onto Fiverr, found a guy who says he could do it. He can't do it. It took like a day, and he's like busy smoking. I'm like, that is not working, so I can't work with you. Found another guy, did it in like 2 hours. He's like, oh yeah, it's your certificate, this and that. No, it's totally done. It has nothing to do with that, nothing to do with it. So that was very enlightening. The guy's super smart. His name is Adam Developers, all one word, on Fiverr, and he is great. He's so smart. So then he was like, yes, your website, it loads really slow, He's like, I could redo it for you so it's super fast and efficient, and then like people could just be buying patterns without me having to go and email them and like, all this complicated stuff. And I was like, what a great idea. I kind of wanted to redo the website anyway, so he's going to redo it for me. So by the weekend, I should have a new website with bougainvillea colors. So I have bougainvillea, I have a really cool green, I have a really cool turquoise, and then a couple tones of gray. Those are my colors that I chose, because I thought it has to be bougainvillea because it's me, it has to be green because it's me. So I can't wait for it. I'm so excited, and it'll just be like click, 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 and I don't have to do it. So it'll save me so much time. So that is that little bit of sunshine, which has totally put a hop in my step. He's working on it today. Can't wait for it. And what else? I guess that's it for crochet stuff. So non-related crochet things, Nairobi news. Thank you to everyone who has sent me a message, an email, a WhatsApp, or just a comment on YouTube. Thank you so much for thinking of me. My family is all fine. We're all great. Where the bombing if you haven't heard, there was a bombing and shooting in Nairobi yesterday. It is about 45 minutes away from my house. I kind of live pretty much out in the burbs, like really far out. Like I'm in between the suburbs and like the next town. So like behind me is an empty field. And where this happened is about 45-minute drive from here. I have been there once about 10 years ago when it first opened. Don't start me. They had a designer clothing store, very expensive clothes. And the fabric was not cut on the bias. It was like cut anyway. So once it got dry cleaned, everything was like gangly, and you paid a fortune for it. So like I've never been back. I have a bad taste in my mouth. Nothing to do with the horrifying events that happened yesterday. I think there was 4 people that stormed in with bombs and guns and the rest of it. And there's been casualties. It's not good. So blessings and prayers to all those affected by it. Thankfully, my family wasn't. Dingo, my puppy, some of you have met and saw her or seen her. Her foster mom, her husband was stuck in the building. So I guess there's like that 6 degrees of separation. He made it out. So that was really great, but it was quite nerve-wracking while he was stuck inside. As you can imagine, they laid down on the ground and pretended that they weren't there when the gunman came and banged on the door. So that was lucky and great, and they're all fine. So it's just really sad that people have that ugliness in their heart or their brains. I don't think they have a heart, but if they're just like that ugly mentality, and it's just so hurtful for everyone, like for the entire country and the world. It makes the world such a yucky, terrorist place when it really isn't and shouldn't be. And now so many people are going to get unemployed because there's no tourists. So the restaurants and the resorts on the coast and on the Mara, everybody gets laid off, and they just wait about 2 years until tourism picks up again. So it's just such a yucky thing, and it breaks my heart and puts me in the dumps. So yeah, that's that. I don't like it. That is my boo-hoo of the day. So anyway, and whatever's going on in the fiber world, it is just ignorance and closed-mindedness and people without passports. It's unfortunate. I'm the only PONC, person of non-color, in my family. All my family is a different color. None of us match. It looks like I literally stole my kids, other than they call me mom and are very clingy. But diversity is great, and the sooner we're all beige, the better. So I guess they stay strong. About 10 years ago, side note, my husband went to school in Wisconsin in the US. In the 90s, he went to university there. So had a lot of racist experiences, but that's back in the day, and he's obviously not pasty white. So, but interesting, and it wasn't like he minded. It was just part of the experience. It was how Wisconsin was and could still be, I don't know. Anyway, he has lots of great friends, like really like best friends, and one of them was like, oh, you should come and move to my town. It was not Wisconsin, but I won't name the state or the town. But they were like, you should come and move here, like so-and-so has a house here, and there's beaches and golf courses and all the things you want to do. There's private schools, and like, it's great, you should come here. And my husband was like, and I was like, oh, we should go look at these houses I found, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, Google the town name and racism. And I was like, you're weird, but fine. So I do, and all this bad stuff comes up, like boom, 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 boom. And I was like stunned. I was like, what? Like, my friends just said we should move there. Like, what? So I talked to her, and I'm like, we can't move there, like, it's so racist. And she's like, no, it isn't. Like, it's so great. Everybody's so nice. Like, I've never had any bad experience, da, 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 da. Like, it couldn't be true. So she asked her coworker the next day, who's African American, and her friend was like, tell them not to come here. They cannot come here. Like, it is awful here. Everything that she's read is true. Like, it's awful if you are of color. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? So like, just imagine the difference, or just ignorance. It's not that my friend was being insensitive or cruel, she just had never seen it. So it's just weird. It really just opened my eyes to how you live your life in your body looking out. And it's different if you look different, which it shouldn't be. But now, no matter where I go, even holidays, well, I haven't left the country forever because of, adopting my kids. But even when we went to Dubai or wherever, it's like I Google everything now. I put in the name and I put in racism and I just see what comes up, because I don't want my children being looked at funny. I don't want my husband being treated badly, which has happened so many times, like in lineups or wherever. Like, it's like, wow, it is shocking. So that's a great thing about Kenya. It doesn't happen here. There's tribalism, brown people against brown people, but what do you do? People are people. Anyway, enough of the negativity. Everybody have a super great week. I'm taking tomorrow off. I just want to watch mindless TV shows and crochet and like try to find something to get my mind off of the black cloudy feeling I have when something bad happens to the city I love. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you Friday for the live chat, and stay hooked.